Jimmy Needham, a man of many, many talents. He's a Christian musician with 5 successful albums, including his newest album, Clear the Stage. He's a singer, songwriter, and let me tell you, he's got some serious soul. He sat down with me at the Rock the Flags concert to chop it up a bit. Check it out right now. Hello, Fame MC. Thank you guys so much for joining. As promised, I have Jimmy Needham here.
Hey.
Jimmy, how are you doing today?
Good.
Good. And we're going to jump right into it.
Okay.
So my first question for you is accepting Jesus Christ. Can you just give me the story, how old you were, and kind of how it happened?
Yeah, absolutely. I was a sophomore in high school. It put me about 15 years old. Wasn't raised in a home that knew Jesus, so I was actually the first person in my family to be saved, and praise God, all of them have come to know the Lord since then, which is awesome. For me, it was just a product of, I was an addict from a young age. To, if I can just be frank, internet pornography was a big thing for me, and I felt compelled one day to confess it to a friend of mine who I knew was a Christian, but I didn't know how it would sit with him. But that day really was a watershed moment for me. He sort of articulated to me that there's freedom from that, and the freedom's found in this man Jesus and what he accomplished on the cross. And so that was my sophomore year, and that really began for me my journey in faith. Yeah.
Now, Jimmy, your music is absolutely amazing. Your voice is incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Shucks. Oh, it's beautiful, trust me. Where did you, and your style is so different, for worship, and
Sure.
I love that. Yeah. So what kind of music did you listen to growing up?
Man, my parents treated me right. They raised me on good music, and when I say good music, I mean Motown music.
Nice.
So I grew up on Stevie Wonder and Jackson 5 and The Temptations. I just love soul music, and so that was a big part of my childhood. But I listened to everything. I mean, hip hop, country music, show tunes. Pray for me. I got
no, that's good.
But yeah. So I feel like, by God's grace, I was able to come to the table as a musician with a really diverse sort of palette and just try some different things. So, yeah.
Okay, so with that said, you're a musician. So on your iPod right now, what do you listen to?
Okay, so by iPod, you mean iPhone, because I don't own an iPod. I should. What do I got? I got some Switchfoot.
Okay.
I'm a huge Switchfoot fan. Gosh, glory. I've got, so I got some Michael Bublé on there. I might have some Michael Bublé.
Okay.
I've got some, I'm scared you're going to judge me.
No judgment here.
I listen to a lot more podcasts than I do music. So I listen to like sermons of like pastors I like and stuff like that. I should probably listen to more music, but I'm crazy about like Lauryn Hill and stuff like that.
Ooh,
so,
me too. Nice. Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. So stuff like that. Yeah.
Good stuff. Now I don't know. Do you know Anthony Evans? He's also
yeah.
Okay. So he went. Did you? I need to meet him.
I need to meet him more.
I do. He went on a show called The Voice.
That's right.
And is that something that you could see yourself doing, The Voice or American Idol, or would you ever see yourself going that route?
When I sing, this is like confession time, but when I sing like to myself at my house, for whatever reason, I'm always thinking about it in the context of, if I was auditioning on one of those shows, what song would I pick? I don't know why. Maybe it's just the performer in me always thinking about that. But I have thought about it. I don't know what it would accomplish for me, I guess, because I mean, it would definitely be really good exposure, and Anthony for sure has his reasons for doing it. But for me, I just feel like, at least right now, I feel like I'm called to sing to the church and encourage and challenge the church, and I just feel like I'm already doing it.
Right.
So, it's like, I don't know that it would open a door that I wouldn't necessarily want to walk through right now, But maybe one day you'll see me on there and nobody will turn their chair around and I'll go home crying.
Not going to happen.
I'll just yell at somebody.
Awesome. So my last question for you, when people listen to your music, what is something that you want them to grasp from it or, take from it when listening to your music?
Yeah. It's tough to say, I guess, one thing, because like with each of my records, my goal is to promote a particular agenda. So like on the Nightlights record, it was all about dealing with the issue of humility. With this Clear the Stage record, it's dealing with idolatry and things like that. So in any given song, it could be any number of things. But I think as a general hope, I hope that people would see Christ exalted, and I mean, that's really the agenda of, hopefully everybody who does what I do. We just want to see him be made famous, and so, whether that's talking about issues of idolatry or humility or grace or whatever, the end goal is that they would leave going, man, I want more of him, So that's the hope.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And I said this was the last question, but I lied.
But you lied.
I did. I'm such a liar. Sorry about that. Clear the Stage. Where did this name come from? How did you come up with Clear the Stage?
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know this about that record, but because I am a singer-songwriter, everybody assumes that all the songs on the record have been written by me. But this is actually the first time that I covered a person's song. Clear the Stage is a song that when I came to Christ as a sophomore, it was my youth pastor introduced it to me, and it just was one of those sort of life-altering moments that, and it really helped shape my faith and my pursuit of God for many years. It's written by a man named Ross King, who's now a good friend of mine, and so I hit him up on this last album to say, hey, can I cover this song? I feel like not enough people know it, and it's so beautiful, and so and it really fit well with what God was teaching me at the time, which was I was just learning to identify all of those thieves that are robbing me of an appetite for Jesus, that are taking sort of center stage in my affections. And so that song and the whole record really has that agenda of how can we find a way to carve out those things to make space for the one, like the song says, the one who deserves it. So that's the idea.
So poetic. I love it. Very nice. All right, awesome. Now, Jimmy is going to play for us.
I am.
Yay!
Okay, here we go.
It.
If ever need grace. It still feels like yesterday, a lifetime of empty days. My hungry heart was desperate for you. I feasted on the bread of life. Forgiveness pierced me like a knife. Your breath filled up my lungs and I could feel. I was broken and all I could say was, if I ever needed grace, it's now. You are strong when I am weak, so I am weak enough to see I need you to cover me. If I ever needed grace, it's now. I met the woman of my dreams. I wanted to give her everything, and fear came like a thief in the night. But my journal pages prophesied that one day I'd make her my bride. Soon my best friend was wearing white, with our lives ahead. All I could say was, if I ever needed grace, it's now. You are strong and I am weak, so I am weak enough to see I need you to cover me. If I ever needed grace, it's now. In every joy and pain, whatever comes my way, God, I need your grace. on short months till she arrived. Her little hands in lion's eyes. And I'm so scared I don't have what it takes. But I hear your voice, son, lean on me. Father, give me eyes to see. All I need the power of your name. If I ever needed grace, it's now. You are strong when I am weak. So now I am weak enough to see. I need you to cover me. If I ever needed grace, oh, if I ever needed grace, yeah. If I ever needed grace, yeah.
Oh my God, Jill! Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Woo.
Hey guys.
Can't get enough of Jimmy Needham? Guess what? Neither can I. So go ahead, check him out at www.jimmyneedham.com. Oh, and don't forget to like my fan page, Fame MC on Facebook, and also follow me on Instagram at Fame MEC and on Twitter at MECarradine. Thank you guys so much for watching.